As many of you know or have just gotten the news, we lost a very, very dear brother yesterday in Darian Hopkins. Many called him D Hop, including us, and he was one of a kind.
Yep.
He was one of a kind, and we just want to say that we miss you and that we love you. And I'm going to continue something that I started last night. Any donations that come in for the remainder of this month to me via super chat or cash app, and we're going to talk about it all throughout the day. We're going to take a chunk of that and we're going to give it to Darian's family. They need it and they deserve it.
Yeah.
Is it for my foundation, Snow Strong? Yes. But Darian has been a part of me since the day I met him. So Darian, it might even go the remainder of the summer, but we're gonna help your family for you as you watch down on us and keep inspiring us to keep doing what we're doing and to love keep doing what we're doing. Your star went dark way, way too early, man. So we're gonna pick up the mantle one day at a time and make sure you get the shine you deserve through our efforts. We love you, brother. And now to have some laughs and to have some fun, and I know Darian loved when I did this. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah!
Let's get it, baby!
Let's raise some hell. And Darian, this is for you. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This first hour is powered, of course, by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Go to invadercoffee.com, use the code Snowman, and you get 15% off of your order. Vic Alive with me, and so is the wise man, the big dog Shane Link. How are we doing, gentlemen?
A little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah.
The news. I just wanted to say I didn't know Darian as long as you guys did. But one thing I will always carry with me is that when the draft came last year, he allowed me onto his podcast to kind of like get my thoughts out on, who was being picked and why. And even though he didn't know me, he still welcomed me, and I will carry that for the rest of my life. And I couldn't be more grateful or more honored. So, Darian, thank you so much for just allowing me on your platform.
I got to thank him for allowing me on his platform, too. I mean, I was his co-host before my schedule went crazy. And to think that he understood and still welcomed me on his platform to the point where we're going to be streaming to his network. It's what he wanted. And it's what he's going, and it's what he is going to get. We're going to do it different. We're going to do it differently and we won't start it until May because there's a few tests I want to get out of the way. And I need you guys to help test some things. And doggone it, I want to use the magic of OBS. So
I know.
we will be in a bit of a transition, folks. So hang around with us. We're getting it all together.
I never had the chance to be on D-Hop's side of things. We had plans for me to come on for a couple of the wrestling pay-per-views for some of the watch parties. Unfortunately, it never materialized due to whether it was scheduling for myself or, D-Hop may have been out with family and friends and he just wanted to kind of do the time with them. But I know there was going to be I was going to have a conversation with him at some point, recently dealing with popping on for WrestleMania because I know he was going to have a huge party for that one.
Yeah, he was.
And unfortunately, those talks are going to be silent.
Yeah.
And it ain't fair, damn it.
It's not.
Nah, man.
And it ain't fair. I can't tell y'all how many times I broke down last night in covering the first round of the WNBA draft. I got through the first round and I'm happy. But still, damn it.
Now I got questions before we all start bawling.
What?
First of all, how did you think the WNBA draft play out for you?
Kind of
as
what
expected.
I expected.
Yeah, it was as expected.
Kind of what I expected. Haley Van Lith to the Chicago Sky, though, I think that's going to create a problem.
Why?
Her name is Courtney Vandersloot. She returned home, but I will say this: I could be totally wrong. I could absolutely be wrong about
Haley.
Haley. Thank you. Jeez Louise, my brain hurts. But we'll see. I'm waiting on the matchup of Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark.
That's going to be that's a must-watch national game.
Yes,
I am so ready for that matchup.
And if I'm the WNBA, that has to be a primetime game. That's got to be
absolutely
7 o'clock, 7:30.
Absolutely.
That's an ESPN game.
Yes,
7:30.
It's gotta be.
Fuck that. That's a Snowman Sportsnet game.
That too.
Fuck that shit. That's a Snowman Sportsnet game. And yes, I'm dropping the fourth wall. I'm kicking it with a Stone Cold Stunner. And we're letting loose today because Darian always did that. My dad always did that. Jody always does that.
Yeah, no shit. First time.
Listen, when he saw and met Jody, he was laughing his ass off with so many things that Jody's been on the air with me for, and same with Darian. RC in basketball is here with us. He's our first commenter. He says it was a pretty dope draft last night. I enjoyed it. I did too. But man, I was crying.
Yeah.
Forever. I was crying. I'm not even gonna lie. I was. That's why I did the thumbnail the way I did this morning
Yeah.
with him.
And like I said off air before we went rolling, I had my usual Monday night gig with SRM, and as we signed off, I went through my usual sign off, but I also threw a nod to D Hop in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Something along the lines of, just a typical tribute of saying, gone too soon, and I'll see you again, and for everybody else, till we meet again.
Mm-hmm.
Till we meet again, D Hop. Till we meet again. And he was young too, man. I mean, I'll be 53 in July. He just turned 39.
Yeah.
He just
2 years
turned
younger than me.
39.
2 years younger than me.
About the same age as me. I'm 39 in September.
Yeah. He just turned 39. Tom O'Boyle, man in charge of Zebo, he just messaged me. He said 4 F-bombs. Ouch. Now y'all know I've been working on my swearing. I have been, but I can't help it with this situation.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't help it, and I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to tell y'all right now, we're going to do this Pat McAfee style on our radio stations and on our television stations until we're told otherwise. Okay?
It's just 3 guys that know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to sports.
Absolutely.
By the way, Zebo, that's number 5 for you.
I'll give you numbers. I'll give you number 6.
Tom.
I'll give you number 6 right now. You know what the fuck's happened to sports talk since the simulcast era returned? Victor said it best. It went political.
And that's the problem. It's gone way too political.
It went political. It went against what it was supposed to be about.
So fuck that shit. We're not doing that.
No. Politics has no business in sports. I mean, everyone's going to try to keep it wrapped up. I mean, look at the 4-letter network. Look at Fox
Look at
Sports.
Look at all of them.
Yeah.
Look at all of them. Even Colin Cowherd, when he got to Fox, it was sports all the time with him. But now they're even getting into him.
And that says
pisses
something.
me off.
I mean, they already got to Dan Patrick. That was a given. The only one who really doesn't seem to be.
And then Dan Patrick turned it around and said, fuck a whole lot of y'all, and built his empire. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and look at it's that, model that McAfee took from, and that's the model we're taking from.
Right.
And that's the model we're going to follow. Like I said, and I'll put this warning out there every single morning like Pat McAfee does. We are just taking lunchroom sports talk and putting it on the air. If some F-bombs or S-bombs come out, fuck it. We just know what we're talking about, and we're having fun. That's what Darian would want. That's what my dad told me to do. And when I got back from cancer and took the chair again 3 years ago, which I admit now was too early, that's what Cole told me. Run with it and have fun.
Exactly.
Run with it and have
fun. We're just
fun.
hanging out here. It's not like we're sitting on each other's back porch, but that's what we're basically doing.
Right.
I want to have a back porch setting for the show during the summer, and microphones and everything, all the cameras, and I'm working on a new camera here. But man,
I mean, we'd be talking like this if we were sitting on a couch watching a game. I mean, what the fuck,
If other people can talk sports and mix in some cuss words and get all the support, then God damn it, so can we.
Well, I always say you gotta be careful because it depends on who's listening.
True.
The last thing we need is to hear kids.
I know I have to be careful. I have grandchildren and children.
Yeah, exactamundo.
I know I have to be careful.
I don't give a shit. I know
my children are all grown. My children are all grown, and they know I cuss.
Right.
But I'm trying. Listen, y'all. I'm trying to curb that for my team because now we're getting popular with the kids.
Exactly.
We're getting popular with the kids. And Victor, thank you for that reminder. We're gonna try our best. Today, emotion just came out.
That's fine. And like I said, I don't personally give a shit. I know y'all don't, but I just know that, there's always going to be some ears, young ears listening.
Yep. One of the funniest moments D-Hop and I shared was when I tried to get him to say certain players' names the correct way. D-Hop would say, "I'm doing my best with these names, RC. I'm trying, brother." Yeah, he did that to me too.
Same.
He did that to me. One of those names was Arike Egumbawale. I said that without a mistake, and he just looked at me and went, "What?"
Like, how? How did you do that?
I told this story and I told it to him. I had to do a preseason game at Chicago State, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the PA announcer, and it was a Lithuanian team, and all that the proctor of that team did was bring me a list.
Mm-hmm.
I had normally, if I get a roster early, and I usually do,
you try to go through the names.
Yep, and I'm going to take a day to warm up. You know how much time I had to warm up with that?
15 seconds.
10
seconds.
I looked at the names, and before I could say anything, the buzzer sounded, and everybody turned to me to give the cue for both national anthems. And this time it didn't take 4 minutes, thank the Lord. Y'all know that story from I have an idea. I'll talk with the guys during the break.
I already know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this?
I say after the break, you go with it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, hell, man. It's a Taco Tuesday. We might as well get a little spicy about things.
Well, I did want to jump into NBA stuffs. The play-in tournament is going to be coming soon. In fact, the first
play-in tournament tonight.
The first two games start tonight,
and the second one is the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. And should the Warriors win, they're right in the playoffs.
And they face Houston.
They can beat Houston. All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. We'll get everything together. I have a couple calls to action that I'm going to talk about, and then we'll get into the NBA. This is Snowman in the Morning in memory of Darian Hopkins. This Taco Tuesday edition returns in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Ooh-wee. We're having fun here on this Taco Tuesday, and the remainder of this month is in memory of Darian Hopkins, who passed away on Monday. So we're going to do what he always loved to do, and that's have fun with the fans. And we're going to be all over the place. I know that much. We're going to be all over the place. Let's talk a little NBA, and Vicala brought this up. Victor, the play-in tournament starts tonight, does it not?
Starts tonight. 6:30 is where we tip off with the Orlando Magic. I'm sorry, and the Atlanta Hawks. And the Golden State Warriors at 9 o'clock in the nightcap will take on the Memphis Grizzlies.
I may strap the headset out. I may
do that.
Depends on how much I get done around the house. What about the next playing games?
Tomorrow's games at 6:30 will be the Chicago Bulls taking on the Miami Heat, and the Dallas Mavericks going to Sactam take on them Kings in Sacramento. That's at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we got to deal with. So really, it comes down to just 1 or 2 games that I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be looking out for. One is, of course, Grizzlies and Warriors. The other is the Heat and Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the games that I'm really looking into.
I want the Warriors and the Bulls to do the impossible.
I do too.
And y'all know what I'm talking about because I mentioned it yesterday.
I think with the Warriors, it's coming down to a question. I had this question just pop in my head last night.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like the Warriors are unable to win really close games?
The last 4 games of the season, 3 of the last 4 games of the season, and you climbed inside my head, Victor. 3 of the last 4 games, the Warriors held a big lead but was unable to close.
Right.
That pisses me off, man. Because they should have closed out the Spurs early in the 4th quarter and said they let them back in it with a 16-4 run. They do the same with the Clippers on Sunday, and they should have won both of those games handily.
Yes.
I just hope both of those games serve as a wake-up call now for Golden State.
I hope so. It's going to come down to.
I hope they get 2 shots at it, just like they did in 2021. They get 2 shots.
Right.
This first shot needs to be a bullseye.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Because if the Warriors play a second playing game, they are finished.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a Warrior fan and Warrior insider. The attitude of that locker room has to be, okay, we got socked in the mouth twice.
We got embarrassed.
We got embarrassed. And both of those came at the Chase Center, the Clippers and the Spurs. That should be a wake-up call.
You know what? I know this is impromptu. But I gotta call someone to sit down.
I got the propane tank. Who's sitting down?
Draymond Green. Sit down.
Oh shit.
Draymond Green. I have been one of your staunch supporters, and sometimes I even became your apologist. I went to bat for you in 2016. I thought it was absolute highway robbery and horse you know what.
Yes.
When you got suspended for games 5 and 6 of the 2016 World Championship.
The World Championship, yep.
Well, we all know the reason for that.
Yeah, we know. We know, and it's stupid. But go on.
We knew what was happening, and I went to bat for you saying that was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
What's your excuse now? Anytime we see you, it's not because of your stellar play on the court. It's the stuff it's the silly crap you do on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Flagrant fouls everywhere. You're damn near got to average a tech a game.
Mm-hmm.
It is maddening seeing someone with so much talent and so much potential act so foolish to the point where we know that you're taking therapy classes. Why do you need therapy to just behave yourself and play the game properly?
Bingo.
You know what you're doing. You know how to do it. And then we get to the game against the Clippers. All you had to do was go up and put the ball in. It's a layup. You practice these in the beginning of your drills before you even put foot to court.
Amen.
And he can't even do that.
And instead of doing that, you try to get fouled and then miss. They're not going to give you fouls. I'm going to say right now, they're not giving you fouls. They're not.
That's the bucket that cost us.
They're not giving you fouls because of how you play. Because you're always seen as the aggressor. You're always seen as the instigator. And unfortunately, it's well-deserved.
They did the same with Barkley. With Philadelphia Barkley.
So
yeah, they did.
So now you have to find a different way of attacking. All you had to do was go up and do a layup, and that's it. You're trying to get cute, and you got caught. And it's getting to the point you were losing a lot of grace. Yes, you won championships for the Golden State Warriors. That's fantastic. You're becoming the current version of Dennis Rodman, just not with the same Dennis Rodman discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You can say whatever you want about Dennis Rodman being the wild boy and the worm and everything. When it time to win championships, guess what he was doing? Playing his game.
Ball. He was playing ball. Yep.
When he wasn't over in WCW.
He got away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He got away with that. But I'll close this one out for you, Victor. Go ahead.
It comes to the point of like people are getting tired of defending you. People are getting tired of apologizing for you. And it's getting to the point where you're going to play yourself or foul yourself out the door of Golden State.
A place where you have called home for 12 years. A place where you have called home for 12 years.
You already did, had your issues with KD. Okay, fine. But it's time for you to show that you are one of them captains. You've been there as long as Clay, as long as Steph.
Mm-hmm.
You have to show that you have the discipline
I'm sorry, what was that, White?
Discipline.
That's what I thought you said.
To be considered a leader in that locker room, and you ain't showing it. This may be your last time in that blue and yellow.
Now, I'll finish this for you. Now they need you, Draymond Green. And when I say your teammates need you, they need the Draymond Green of the mid 2010s and not the mid 2020s. They need the Draymond Green that was at Michigan State and transferred his skills over to the NBA. Are you skilled? Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
But your brain has got to turn the right way, and it begins tonight. Because I believe if everybody's on one accord, the Warriors can be that team that can do the impossible. And I mean from play-in to championship. No play-in team has ever done it. You Warriors have choked 3 of the last 4 games of the regular season that could have elevated you to the 5th seed.
Where you didn't have to be in this situation.
You closed 2 of those games, and we're not even having this conversation. But I'll finish it with this. Draymond Green, it's time for you to hold your nuts and do things the right way. Please do it tonight. Now beat it. Phew.
Thank you.
Good one, Victor.
Thank you.
Good one.
I always I really have a lot of faith in Draymond, but he just has not been showing it.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Just makes you want to ask,
what in the all types of blue hell
are we doing with this?
Exactly.
Well, I look at it this way. Their chances tonight. Play one game, you get 5 days off,
and you get in.
And you're in. You face Houston, whom you have beaten before as the underdog team. They did it in 2018. Took them 7 games, but they did it.
Right.
And they did it the following year. Took them 6 games. They can beat the Rockets. Can be had.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen it happen. And congrats to the Rockets for where they are in the playoffs as the number 2 seed. Congrats to Ime Udoka and the Rockets.
Yeah, Cole sent some flowers earlier yesterday. And Cole Johnson.
Oh boy.
The EP of all EPs is a doggone nut.
When we come back,
yes,
Victor's got a story to tell. And I got to, you know what? We're going to do this now. Here are the thoughts of
So I will say I woke up late yesterday, so I started late, which was good for me because I got a chance to watch Shooting Lights Out with the Playmaker and Cole Johnson.
Yep.
And Cole went on an absolute tirade for the ages.
Oh boy.
And yes, it deals with them.
What did he say?
Well, one, he wants LeBron to retire.
I've been wanting that since 2010.
But the reason why is because it is time for LeBron to go outside. You have so many people who are ready to take that mantle. Jokic, Luka Doncic, you have people there. And yes, you have Bronny.
Oh, God.
But unfortunately, because LeBron is there, LeBron sexuals can't keep their hands, can't keep their lips, can't keep their head off the joystick.
I'm not singing.
And it has gotten bad.
Oh, boy, has it ever.
And I agree with Cole on this. It's very rare we see a sustained amount of good basketball. And we know LeBron has the ability. He's a hell of an athlete, hell of a hand.
Yep.
As Jim Ross would say.
Yep.
But it's because he's there that these bronsexuals will not stop.
It won't shut up.
will not cease. I will say it, and I say it till the cows come home. I have never known a fan base to denigrate other greats just to prop their player up.
Oh God! Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Unfortunately, that's what happens when you have a bunch of these.
Exactly.
Oh,
the what
boy.
you meanians. It's insanity. It's insanity.
Oh, Victor, I love you. I love you for that.
It's insanity. Whenever I go on, and I go on, whether it's my Discord or whether it's various different like websites,
Mm-hmm.
the spotlight is always the same place. It's all about LeBron. It's all about Bron. It's all about what Bron's doing. What Bron's doing. I'm afraid we're going to hit the decision 29 next year. Is he going to retire? He's not going to retire. He's going to stay. He's going to leave.
We better not get another version of the decision. God damn.
Crazy. Not to mention, this guy has sat there proclaiming that, Christmas is the NBA's day. Really?
Not after what I saw.
Not after what happened with the NFL. The NFL put their games, I believe it was on Netflix.
Yes.
Yep.
They got more viewers on Netflix.
And kick their ass.
They got more views on Netflix
than the
NBA did on live.
With all 5 games.
The NFL just came in and bitch slapped the NBA and said, we're taking this day, boys. Deal with it.
Literally.
Just a big old.
The NFL became the NWO.
Too sweet.
They took over.
It became the NWO. Dear God in heaven.
And LeBron, Christmas Day is our day. It's the NBA day. Like, people want to watch you keep playing like a clown.
Shut the absolute fuck up. You know what? Let me end this.
All to say, Cole was the man.
And okay. I really am trying not to break the fourth wall, but this is going to be one of those kind of days. Take a break. When we come back, I got something up my sleeve for these bronzexuals. Back in the news.
Oh, shit.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Oh, shit. Welcome back.
Do we really have to do this?
Yep.
There's a reason.
Oh, I got plenty of them.
So I need to push the damn button, don't I?
Uh-huh.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Before we get started, how about a word from Stupid University? Shane?
Oh, Stupid University. Let me go. You know what, Antonio Clown? You hit the button.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, Stupid University. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating, high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid University, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Let's not waste any time. Let's have a conversation with a bronzexual.
What you mean?
I was about to say, they all rose and won and said that.
This stupid, idiotic bronzexual thinks that the Lakers can contend for a championship this year. And on top of that, he says LeBron James will be the reason they win.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me these clowns actually think?
That was the first problem. The second problem with this bronzexual talking to me is he was louder than shit. You're just mad because LeBron is the face of the NBA. Let me respond to this bronzexual.
Mm-mm.
No, he's not, and he hasn't been for 16 years. Why do I point out 16 years? Because there's a fellow 6'3", 200 pounds in San Francisco that has been the face of the NBA, but no one, not even the league, want to recognize him. They want to put this all on Bron, and all LeBron has done. And I'm sorry, you Bron sexuals are going to get mad at me for saying this, but I prefer to speak the truth and shame the devil. When Bron came to the NBA and got drafted in 2003, the NBA was ruined and has been ruined. And I'm sorry, Bron sexuals, you can argue till the cows come home, but he's the reason the NBA is in the shithole that it's in.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
He's the reason the NBA is in the shithole that it's in. May I say it again? I'll say it again. LeBron James, matter of fact, give me this button here.
Man, say for everybody in the back of the Garden, in the back of the Spectrum, and in the back of the old Bulls Palace.
Let me put it this way. And the old stadium, the old Silver Dome for the Pistons, you mentioned the Garden, the Forum, the Spectrum, everywhere. I want to tell y'all, Bron sexual, something. Hear me and hear me well. He's a fabulous athlete, yes, but don't know what I did. I did it wrong. He's a fabulous athlete, yes, but cannot play basketball. I'll say a lot of the people in the back of the old Omni in Atlanta, a stadium I visited once upon a time. LeBron sucks. And you Bron sexuals are worse. By denigrating Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the like, just to prop up a fellow who has not lifted the NBA for 22 years.
Michael, Kareem, Magic, Larry, Kobe.
J, Kobe Bean Bryant, Moses Malone,
Wilt the Stilt.
Bill Russell.
The High Chief himself.
Yep. Look, you Bron sexuals are going to get mad at me for saying this the way I planned. I had planned to say it before I went in for surgery 3 years ago. Never got the chance to say it. And I'm telling all my television networks now, forgive me for my next sentence. LeBron James, you ain't shit when it comes to basketball. The ground shook.
Yes.
Let me do it again. LeBron James, when it comes to basketball, you are absolute complete trash.
Oh.
You cannot and have never learned to play basketball correctly. Because if you did, you'd learn to grow. And if you would learn to grow after 2008, when Boston beat you in 7 games, you would be considered one of the greats. But you're not considered one of the greats in my book. Hell, you're not even top 250 in my book, you stupid son of a bitch.
You mean to tell me LeBron's game is
trays,
Yep.
What you mean?
I tell you exactly what I mean, and I have preached this. You can tell me he is the greatest in NBA. You can try to tell me he's the greatest in NBA history because he has the point scoring record, and he scored 50,000 points playoff and regular season. I have 4 words. Fuck all of that. It took him 22 years to get a record Kareem did in 16.
It also took more games.
It took a lot more. It took a lot more games for LeBron to break the unbreakable record. Oh, by the way, you know what happened at the end of that game? You know what happened when you played OKC when LeBron broke the scoring record?
You
want to know? You want to know what happened?
You mean to tell me they took a fabulous, craptastic, absolutely beautiful one of these?
You goddamn right. They took a big fat craptacular. You big dummy.
Oh, Lord.
I always hear the argument from these bronze sexuals that Michael never won a game 7 in the finals.
Because he never needed one.
Listen to me carefully. Listen to us carefully. He never needed a 7th game. You stupid bastards.
Michael always ended it in 6 or less. They never needed 7.
For the first final, he only needed 5.
Yeah.
And don't tell me that the Lakers were old, they were at the end of their prime and all that shit. If they were at the end of their prime, then Portland would have stomped a mud hole in their ass in the Western Conference Finals. Find the lie. And I'll say it again. If the Lakers in the 1990-91 season were at the end of their prime, as so many of you stupid sumbitches claim, then they should have gotten a foot put in their ass by Clyde Drexler and the Portland Trail Blazers. Instead, Portland lost in 6 games because the Lakers outplayed them. Period. Find the lie.
How can they say this team was old and decrepit when you got guys like Vlade at center, AC Green, Magic playing where he's playing, Byron Scott, Tony Smith, Sam Perkins, Larry Drew? Come on here. You're going to tell me this team was old and decrepit?
And they were 11 seconds away from snatching a 2-1 lead. Then the GOAT himself hit an 18-footer from the right. To borrow the words of the late, great Jim Durham, after Vlade hit that miraculous shot, got the foul, hit the free throw, and Scottie Pippen fouled out. And oh, by the way, Scottie Pippen for that game, as an asshole, asked me, how about 19 points and 14 rebounds?
By the way, you're going to say this team is old and decrepit when they only let opponents score just barely 100 a game, second in the league?
Second to whom, my friend?
Let me take a look at those really fast.
I want to say second to the Bulls. I might be wrong, but I think they were second to the Bulls.
Let me take a look. Let's see.
Live research, y'all.
Live research, everybody.
Per game stats. I'm taking a look right now.
I want to say they were.
They were second to the Pistons.
The Pistons. There we go.
Bulls were 4th.
Bulls were 4th. Thank you for that clarification. Okay, so allowing barely 100 points a game, and they were old and decrepit, right? Allowing Portland 90 points in a closeout game, and Magic being smart enough to fling the ball down court to let the time run out. Y'all are fucking dumb. You understand me? You bronze sexuals are fucking idiots. Or as my wife says best, and so does my son, stupid fuckers. Know your basketball before you come to me, because I will tear you apart with facts, which y'all don't use. You make up these ridiculous memes with records LeBron holds and denigrate Michael Jordan at the same time, when all I have to tell you is that there is one award that Michael Jordan has that LeBron will never have because he doesn't do it on both sides of the court. You know what that award is? Go back to the year 1988. DPOY. What's that stand for? Defensive Player of the Year. And you bronze sexuals are saying, well, he should have won the award he should have won the Defensive Player of the Year in 2000. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut the absolute fuck up. You know LeBron doesn't play defense, yet you want to hype him up because he can score a lot of points. Well, here's the problem. He ain't fundamentally sound and never will be, and that goddamn chicken wing ass jumper ain't worth it.
But our king doesn't need to play defense. He's not paid to do it.
Right, that's not his job.
He's paid to play basketball. Okay? Listen to me carefully. He's paid to play basketball, and you play basketball on both sides of the court, offense and defense. You, LeBron, you lazy fuck, fall asleep on defense. You sexuals, you lazy shitheads, fall asleep when LeBron is doing something great while his team, whatever team he's on,
well, his team suffers.
Taking a big fat. You stupid, incompetent son bitches. To say that LeBron is the greatest of all time.
Stop the cap.
Please. Again.
Stop the cap.
Bishop.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
Bitches. Oh, let me tell you something else about these bronzexuals. These bronzexuals love the joystick so much. I mentioned the memes that they put up, right? They're in these groups. Let me give you an example. There is a group that I am a part of, which I will depart probably later today. Michael Jordan GOAT is the title of it. Lowen Castillo, Michael Jordan's defenders in the 80s and 90s. Less muscles, thin bodies, weak, smaller than him, slow footwork, doesn't know how to make offensive calls, and plumber players. You stupid bastard. LeBron James's defenders since 2003. Bigger muscles, bullshit. Stronger, bullshit. Faster, quicker, big, and tall. Bullshit, bullshit, and I repeat, bullshit. Wait a minute. Give me this button here. BGS, this is for you. For every claim you make about LeBron, I have this for you.
Now that's some bullshit.
It's bullshit. To say that LeBron James is the greatest, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And whatever you're smoking, I don't want it. Or however much you're smoking, I don't want it.
Nope.
Stupid motherfuckers.
Oh, they'd be drinking that blonde juice.
Yes,
Fuck that
probably. Yes, they do.
Yeah, fuck that juice. The real GOAT, LeBron James, at 40 is still carrying the Lakers to the playoffs as the third seed. LeBron James is still in the top 5. No, the fuck he ain't.
I like to see LeBron carry that team when he's sick. Wait, game 597, anybody?
Okay.
And unfortunately, with the Warriors, with their loss to Clippers, guess what that left open?
A
path for the Lakers to get into the playoffs.
Well, they were already in.
Yeah. It's just a matter of seeding.
A higher seed, I should say.
I'm just gonna say this. The Warriors are about to do the impossible. I believe it. If we knock the fuck out of the Lakers and knock them the fuck out of the way, I will enjoy it even more. We owe your asses from 2023. Listen, Lakers, I will say it again. We owe your asses. But I hope whoever you're playing in the playoffs knocks you flat on your ass. Okay?
Let me take a look at who it would be.
I think it's Denver. Denver or Minnesota.
Let me take a look because I had the brackets up and then we got on this tirade. The Lakers have Minnesota.
Minnesota in 6. Fuck the Lakers, fuck LeBron, and fuck all you bronzexuals who don't know when to lay off the joystick when you need to.
Right.
Especially now. Since he's in the playoffs, dear God in heaven, help us. You know how many times the spotlight will be on the Lakers?
Too many.
I have 4 words. Who gives a fuck?
You know ESPN's going to ram that dude down our fucking throats.
I will say it again. Who gives a fuck? I'll pay attention to the score for Minnesota's purposes. That's how I set up my alerts. Because I want Minnesota to beat their ass. The same way the Suns did 4 years ago. Greatest of all time. Shut the fuck up. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages.
Hold on a minute.
You know what? You actually beat me to it.
False start.
Hold on a minute.
You beat me to it.
Hold on a minute.
False start.
I'll take the penalty. I needed to do this. Dear Bronsexuals, fuck you.
I was about to say that.
Dear Facebook and other social media that let these Bronsexuals on to shove them down our throats, fuck you. Dear ESPN and other networks for shoving them down our throats and up our asses for 22 years. Fuck you, and fuck a whole lot of you, bitch. Get out of my face, you thirsty heifers.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure.
And before we go to break,
false start.
I will say it again, and this time I'll do it the comedic way. That people that listen. Dear Bronsexuals, f you.
Here we go.
I'll start again. Dear Bronsexuals, f you. Dear Facebook and other social media platforms that allow these Bronsexuals to suck his and eat his in our faces all day. F you. Dear ESPN for shoving them down our throats and up our asses for 22 years. F you. 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 And I repeat, f you. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
Hey, y'all. I'm the Snowman, and I approve this message. LeBron James and Bronsexuals, f you. Are you okay, sir?
We need a break.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Time. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Now, boss man, I hate to tell you something, but I had to go tell the father to piss off for about 15, 20 minutes.
Uh-oh.
The reason being is we might be planning a funeral.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
The reason I say that is this.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
The playmaker be joining us. What up, Agent Zero?
The
Hey,
hardest working super hacker of the
Skip the pleasantry. Skip the pleasantry. I know
Oh,
damn
no.
well.
Oh, no.
This man did not do a bronze sexual confession on the day I was coming on.
You know what's funny?
I waited. I didn't want you on with me when I did that.
See, I thought I was nice enough last week to get you to stop, but apparently I didn't succeed.
And then what happened yesterday?
I'm just going to sit back at this one. You guys have fun.
Funniest
What
line
happened-
from
and what
Playmaker
happened on-
yesterday was he said, I know I'm going to regret talking about this.
Yeah. You did.
And then
Well, I know that because it's Cole Johnson, by the way, and I know
Yes.
Cole Johnson doesn't get to talk basketball that much. So every once in a while, I let him go ahead and get his stuff off. Get it out.
Oh my God.
And boy, did he ever.
Cole was on one.
But with you last week, I specifically got you to simply say on this program, you're right, Playmaker. This is tiring. There's nothing new to this debate. It's the same thing over and over again.
I did
and
say that.
today,
I
you
let
did
loose.
it again.
Hey, you can't blame us. Blame the brownsexuals.
Listen, Playmaker, I've told you this. I've told Cole this. I've told Victor this. I told the fans this. And Warren, Terry, I am he who is called the Snowman, to answer your question. Listen, I don't look for this shit. It finds us.
You don't have to engage.
Oh, yes, you do. Because
Oh,
sometimes
no,
they
you
won't let it go unless you do.
Victor, how many times you watched it last time? How many times you saw me talk about this whole debate between LeBron and Jordan?
You probably may do it once in a blue moon, but I don't think you get those as much.
Oh
as
no, I do. I don't care. Because if you're a bronsexual, you'll say anything for a bronsexual. If you're a Jordan Knight, you're gonna say anything to defend Jordan. It is the same thing, and it's been going on for way too long.
Well, I'll ask this question. I'll ask this question. Have you ever known a Jordan Knight denigrate other greats before him?
They are doing it to each other, so it's
No,
Answer
I don't
there's a
denigrate.
question on the
Hold on.
table, sir.
No, I understand his point. But
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
We don't denigrate any. I don't denigrate anything LeBron does. LeBron does great, wonderful. Just remember, When you made the big scoring title, you took the scoring title. Wonderful, great job. Your team still lost though.
It's like Playmaker says best. And LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time.
What is it? I brought up because the fact that Cole went in, and I don't. Maybe I just haven't had a chance to see Cole go off
And
like that.
you heard me tell him, why you just don't ignore it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I told him that yesterday.
What did Cole tell you? What did Cole
He's
tell
able
you?
to ignore Cowboy Nation for this longer time. I'm like, you can do the same thing.
He doesn't. He doesn't really ignore Cowboy Nation. Because Cowboy Nation again can't keep their mouths closed either. I should know. They can't keep their mouths closed around me.
Well, you
the Discord record.
I mean, I'm part of Cowboy fandom, but Arena Republic will not shut up no matter how much I beg and plead. See,
things where it's hard. I'm like, I'm sick of this. Okay. I'm sick of this debate. Jordan is 6-0 in the finals. We all know this. LeBron James is the leading scorer in the NBA history. We all know this. Yeah, both guys played basketball differently. We get it.
But I think the main issue with most people
And the main thing is, which I don't think you said when you brought it up, Victor, was the fact that I said that this has nothing to do with LeBron himself anyway. The whole entire thing that Cole was going on, it had nothing to do with LeBron himself.
That's true.
It had nothing to do with LeBron.
And I look at see retire LeBron, retire.
He ain't saying LeBron retire because he can't play no more.
No, he's saying it because it's time for LeBron to step aside and let someone else take that mantle.
No, he's saying that so the Bron Sexuals can shut up for once.
Exactly.
That's the only reason. That is the only reason. Outside of that, LeBron can still go. Great.
Do it.
It's specifically the fan base. And Snowman.
Yes.
You know better.
What?
You know better. You know whenever day that I choose to come onto the show that you don't do a Bron sexual confession.
Listen.
You know this.
I was hoping. I didn't know if your workers would have allowed it.
I still have.
I messaged him last night. I was available.
Yeah,
so he
was available.
Okay, then shame on you.
He told me last night he was available.
Then shame on you.
and during the break, I get the message on Facebook. Snowman's in trouble. I'm like, oh God. Next thing I hear is send me the link. I'm like,
you didn't
well,
notice, but
shit.
Shane, you didn't notice, but he knows when I come on, you don't do a Bron sexual confession.
Right.
You don't do that.
Because he has to deal with it
All
anyway.
Right. With your appearances, Playmaker, and I'm looking you in the eyes. Whenever I hope you come on every Tuesday like you usually do. I won't do that again.
Okay, I gotta ask.
I won't do it again.
Now
listen, you know he ain't doing the process. No, I'm gonna come on.
Look. You see this? I will not do it again.
I'll put it this way.
All right. I'll save it for the day the Bron sexual confessions are supposed to happen,
which is Wednesday.
Today I couldn't help it.
I'll ask
After Cole's performance yesterday.
Yeah. That was crazy.
When Cole went completely bloody to hell off.
And I said
yesterday.
I said in the comment section, I said after this show airs, copies of Hooked on Bronx is going to fly off the shelves. And the City Fifth will have and Playmaker did his own rendition of the City Fifth.
Yes, he did. Which had Cole falling out of his seat, which had me falling out of my seat.
Yeah, because no man decided City Fifth need to come out. I say ain't a program out here that can hold the City Fifth.
That's true.
We did.
And now Wise wants to have Ray get his own show.
Oh God. You fool!
Yeah, Wise was on one in the chat yesterday.
Wise was crazy yesterday.
I will say this.
Wise was crazy.
I cannot do hot seats like Playmaker can. But I did put Draymond Green on one.
Oh, okay.
because
really,
yes,
really,
I went at Draymond because I heard about you going at. I heard about you going at Draymond, and I wanted to do it too.
I was just saying, like, instead of trying to get fouled, just make the layup.
Exactly.
I don't need a hot seat.
No, the reason why is because it's a laundry list of issues like this. Because the thing is, the way that Draymond has played, they're not going to give him fouls. The refs refuse to give him fouls.
And to be honest, I said it on the show on the Snowman Carter, but the insult the injury Snowman. Thanks to Draymond missing that layup and the Warriors losing to the Clippers, that's how I won my parlay.
Yep,
that's true.
Yep, and he showed
that's exactly how I won my parlay.
He showed me the parlay.
The issue is that it's been a laundry list of issues and fines and suspensions that Draymond has accumulated
in 12
to
years.
the point where it seems like the Golden State Warriors cannot trust him to stay out of trouble.
He's been a model citizen this year.
Draymond
Green's name has been brought up in the bad lights like that.
I want the Warriors to do the. I'll just say this before we let Playmaker go in on whoever is the hot seat victim.
That would be you, actually.
Then we not doing it.
And this is why I told the father to go piss off for 15 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
I knew
but
I was gonna get it.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna get it.
I was like, really? Now I have to do this because I love the man. This is his show. But at some point in time, sometimes you gotta check the man of the show. You just have to.
All right.
This man, I know he loves the Bronze Sexual Confessions. I get it. It's just like Stephen A. talking about the Cowboys during the football season. It's something that you cannot miss. I understand. It gets click, it gets ratings because Snowman going at LeBron sexuals and LeBron James. It's just something you can't miss. I get it.
Okay.
And so, and as much as I would like Cowboys.
Oh no! Oh no! Here's the back end. Let me have it.
Here's the problem.
Yes,
Snowman, we need to change your verbiage.
My verbiage.
You cannot say the man can't play basketball when Shane. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's the leader of what points, assists, and rebounds in the NBA.
Correct.
You can't tell me somebody can't play basketball when you're the number one in the three most categories in the biggest league in the world. You can say I don't like the way he plays the game, but the fact you can't play basketball, that is statistically inaccurate, and we have stats to back it up.
Yes, you do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, but stats don't tell half the story.
The stats back it up. Yes, I will say that I don't like the way he plays basketball. I will not say that he can't play basketball, and I've always said he was a fabulous athlete. Keep going.
Now,
I still maintain
just recently, I had no choice because it's like the biggest topic going on in sports.
Right.
I have no choice.
I had no choice, but I had to talk about LeBron and Stephen A.
I have no choice. See? You said imagine where
there's no way around it.
Right.
I'm just glad I'm sitting back here watching
understood. This. We talked about it 2 shows. Said what needed to be said, left it alone.
Oh no.
Went back to covering March Madness.
Okay. And then March Madness ended.
Still haven't brought up LeBron and Stephen A. ever since. Going into the playoffs now. We're focusing on the playoffs.
Oh no.
Now, you created Bronze Sexual, you put it on Wednesday. Wednesday's the day. If you're gonna do it, stick to it.
Okay. I can do that.
And then when you stick to it, can you bring something new to the table?
Yes.
Not the same thing that we've been hearing from years from, and this is from both sides. I'm not just going this number. This is on both sides. I'm tired of hearing and reading these same arguments over and over and over again. It is quite simple. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 91. Yes, I'm putting my age out there. I don't care. Snowman, Cole Johnson, Victor, they watch more basketball than I have. With me growing up in the 90s, you know who I watch most of, because that's who was on TV.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my mom brought me the Chicago Bulls picture of them winning the championship and all that good stuff.
Okay, yes.
So I watched Jordan go the second part of the three-peat.
Yes.
You have not heard me really go off on LeBron like that. You know why?
Why is that, sir?
Because I think basketball-wise. This is what I think basketball-wise. LeBron is great. LeBron did his thing. By the way, I was on this program when I said he's going to get the record and lose that game.
You did.
Yes, you did.
You did. You did. The night he did it, and you pointed out that he was wearing black.
I said, matter of fact, the week before I came on this program, I said it would be funny if he gets the record and they lose the game.
Yep.
Guess what? Well,
and Cole Johnson and Snowman was like, that would be hilarious though.
Mm-hmm.
That truly would be. And sure enough, he came in all black. I sent the message to both of them. Oh, he going for the record tonight.
Yeah,
and it was against OKC, and guess what?
It was against OKC at the new forum.
Which means you spoke it into existence.
And they end up losing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you can't make this stuff up.
You spoke it into existence. You placed the hex on LeBron.
But I don't need to denigrate LeBron to say I picked Jordan.
Yes, sir.
I watched Jordan take hearts out of people. Mainly the people who won MVP over him. If he didn't watch The Last Dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I remember that.
LeBron had to go learn because you know why he had to go learn? Because he decided to skip college and go straight to the NBA, which I don't blame him.
Right.
If you can go to the NBA right away, go right to the NBA right. It's like this. It's like the conversation we had yesterday on Monsters of Wrestling. When somebody wanted to ask why, if you know the history of the WWE, why you still go there? Because that is the biggest name in wrestling.
I do want to ask you some wrestling questions before you go, but go ahead.
Like if you can, the main thing is to get your foot in the door any way you can. If the NBA said you can get your foot in the door right now, you go get your foot in the door right now. And nobody, there's haters out there who'll be mad as heck and all that other stuff. Go ahead. There's people that are mad that LeBron James got brought into the NBA with the Lakers. Get over it.
And he scored 2 points a game.
It's nepotism. What company do you know that don't have nepotism? And I ain't even talking about sports. I'm talking about business. Period.
That's a true statement. That's
Truth. That's the truth.
I don't care. He got his son in. Who cares?
And he scored 2 points a game.
What LeBron needs to do is say, "All right, I got you in, but the rest of this is on you, Bronny.
Yeah.
I can only do so much at this point in time.
Thank you.
I did the hardest part. I got you in. Now I get it. You're a father. Understandable. But don't make stupid statements like he's better than some of the players in the NBA when he wasn't got there yet. That was my problem with LeBron from that point. Like, I know he just did not say that.
You opened your whole mouth to say that.
Man, matter of fact, you said it to the media too, so it's like even more blasphemous. Like, dude, why would you say that to the media? LeBron ain't stupid. LeBron know what he was doing.
Right.
But when he said that, he didn't expect people like Stephen A. Smith to come back the way they came back, even though Stephen A. was wrong.
Truth.
I'm surprised he even went back at him.
When you say as a father, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is. It is.
My issue with that though is that I don't think Stephen A. said anything that was denigrating his son personally.
He was, but when you spoke the fact that as a father, I need you to stop saying that you're not doing right by your son as a father. That's like,
you're not. I agree.
Wait a minute. Who gave you the right to say that?
Right.
That's basically like somebody come on Snowman show like, as a father, I need you to stop.
Right.
Snowman would go off like, who is you to tell me what to do as a father?
Right. Playmaker knows. Y'all know. I will go completely the hell off. And I've done so.
That's the problem with Stephen A. And Stephen A. wouldn't let it go.
Right.
LeBron had them on in a way when he went on the Pat McAfee show. But this is really the first time we saw LeBron out in this round. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I didn't like some of the things he said, but I do look at the fact like, okay, I see what LeBron doing. This is his opportunity to do his John Cena routine. Get everything out now. He's been holding it in for 20-something years. This is the moment to finally get it out.
I did say at one point that LeBron James is to the NBA like John Cena is to WWE. People don't like how WWE is right now. Guess who they blame? John Cena.
And you know what the funny thing is? The media fed it all to him.
Yes.
He did.
He held the knee for a long time.
Yep.
I need to get this out now.
Yep.
But this LeBron joined debate. It's enough. It's the same thing. It's a repeat. There's nothing new brought to the table. If you're gonna bring something new to the table, I'm willing to listen. But I don't want to hear this. I'm sick of it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jordan 6-0 in finals. Got it. That's my creme de la creme on that. That's why I picked Jordan. The man does not lose in the finals when he gets there. LeBron had to learn. There's nothing wrong with learning because sometimes you need to fail in order to succeed. LeBron's failed numerous times, but he has won some championships. He's not a novice to win the championships. That's how some of the Jordan Knights act like LeBron's a novice to win the championship. The man won 4 titles. The man has 4 finals MVPs.
Yep.
That, even though I can debate, one of them shouldn't went to him, but that's another topic.
Yes. Yeah, that's a story for another time.
But can we just talk basketball? And by the way, Victor, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Still getting on Snowman, but I'm going to get in a different realm in the basketball world.
Okay.
Hey, do you know who's the person that looked me dead in my eyes and wanted to argue me up and down about somebody that I said needs to do one tour of the Olympics?
Who?
Snowman. And you know who the player was that I wanted to do at least one Olympics before his career was over?
LeBron James?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Oh, okay.
And what did he do in France?
Won the MVP. Should have won the MVP for the semifinal and the championship game and the gold medal game, rather.
You finna rob the world of seeing that greatness on that stage. Now the world understand why Steph Curry is Chef Curry.
Yes, because he cooks when he needs to.
Yeah, people are still not giving him the proper kudos.
You know why, right?
Why?
LeBron.
Actually, I know you take that back. I actually flipped that. He is getting the recognition. You know why he's getting the recognition that he deserves?
Why?
Because what is everybody trying to do?
Shoot threes.
They don't gotta say it. They showing it.
It's like I said. He took an anomaly and turned it into a weapon.
Yeah, but they don't practice it. They're bad at it.
They're bad at it, but guess
How
what?
do you shoot 73s only hit 20 of them?
Victor, let me put it to you like this. You look at LeBron James, you see what he does. You look at Steph Curry, you see what he does. Which one you would rather want to do?
I used to practice trying to do what Steph does.
Exactly. Can you look at LeBron like, there's no way in hell I can actually match that.
I mean, true, but I was doing that when I was a kid.
That's just impossible. That man, you should not be that big to move that well and have that high of a basketball IQ.
That's crazy.
You look at Steph Curry, and you be like, man, you can shoot from the logo? That's actually real?
I mean, I'll be honest. I used to do that when I was a kid.
I want to try that now.
That's what I was doing. I was doing my best trying to learn just how to shoot threes. And got pretty damn good at it, too.
That you did.
So.
That you did.
I'm pleased with the debate. Even though I know it's not going to stop.
No, it will not.
It will. I will. If
I'm one of the ones that are tired of this debate. Cole Johnson is too, and Cole Johnson also picked Jordan, but he's sick of the same thing that I'm speaking of right now. Like, can both sides just shut up? Because y'all not bringing nothing new to this debate.
I'll love it. If you get Nick wrong to shut up, we'll shut up too.
Oh, Nick Wrong never shut up.
See,
but I will say this: Nick Wrong, he does go on and say when he is wrong. He will admit when he's wrong.
I will do this. I will do the same. I hate to do this to Playmaker, but we're up against the break, and I got roasted. I deservedly roasted. Thank you, sir.
You see, but you put but you know better, so you put yourself.
I know. I know I did it to myself. Thanks, Playmaker, for joining us. Appreciate
I ain't going nowhere because you want to ask me some questions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And plus, what you should have been talking about took place last night.
The WNBA draft. We did talk about that earlier.
I can't, at least for a while, because I'm going to get very emotional.
Oh yeah, because it was we did that for Darian Hopkins.
Here's let's go to Topeka, Kansas. The Grilled Sports Network. Those boys are on, and Playmaker. I'm tearing up again because it was something Darian was very proud of and something he covered dearly all the way through the WNBA finals last year. And it's going to take me a while to get over this because every time now I look at a women's game, I'm going to think of Darian and continue his legacy. That's why I'm choking right now.
I get it. But the WNBA still
look, man, I tried. And I'm gonna keep trying.
And I hope the WNBA get my message from yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to.
Gave y'all one. I told you there's gonna be waves coming.
Oh, and these are small waves. The big ones are still coming. The big ones are still coming. To Kansas we go. Hey, what's going on, Droid Man?
What's going on? Or as I should say, for our normal welcoming. Alrighty. My name is Droid. You also may know me as Shane Creighton. I'm joined by Blake Hammock. Howdy. From Wamego, Kansas. We are the Grilled Sports Network.
AKA the second down, AKA Patrick Mahomes. The Burger King.
Bro, that is devious. That is devious. Gee. Daymaker does not know the context of that.
He
Not
doesn't.
yet.
I don't think he needs to know to begin with.
Oh no, he's gonna find out today.
Oh, God.
Wow. Go ahead.
I was about to say. Might as well because Joy had to sit down and listen to me go off on Snowman out of the blue because Snowman put himself in that category.
I put myself in the hot seat. I did. I deserve it.
Listen, you don't interrupt a man's hot seat. That's rule number 1. and you know that better than anybody, Snowman.
I know.
I just love the fact I'm just
for the context.
With Playmaker roasting me, finally, I knew he'd get me one of these days. I knew he'd get me. With Playmaker roasting me, I was falling in and out of my chair laughing. The times I took the camera off, I was getting up off the floor laughing. And I'll say it again. I'm looking in this camera and I'll say it. I deserved it. I deserved every little bit of that. The Broke Genius is with us. He says, I will never forget when I went to Parkland College in 99-2000. U of I played scrimmages there. I played a game against Corey Bradford and shot a 3 over him. Wow. Okay.
So the context of the Patrick Mahomes. We were heading out of Topeka to head to Kansas City for Texans Chiefs playoff game, the first playoff game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Before we went all the way to the Super Bowl and lost to the Eagles. We stop at a Burger King. I buy food for me and Drake. This man refuses to have me pay for his food, buys his own food. And he puts one of the crowns on, wearing a Patrick Mahomes jersey. And I was like, wow, our glorious King Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to get up while he
I was just messing around, so
the true Burger King.
Oh my gosh.
We were just messing around, and or at least
I don't think I've never worn that in a day in my life.
This devious picture just taken of me last second. I'm like, oh Jesus.
You're over here stance like this too.
I'm out here stance like dang near T-pose from TF2. Like
you look like a mannequin.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the great fat Tino.
Great fat Tino.
Wow.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I can ask you this question.
If it ain't Cole Johnson, it's Shane Lake.
I got
You're welcome, everybody.
The quickness that y'all two come off the top of the head.
Right.
I gotta do something real. I have to do something real quick to.
I'll say this. How about you take
That's
a
the
break? 'Cause
munch,
I'm pretty sure Vinny's gonna ask me some questions leading up to a certain
WrestleMania.
event this weekend.
Yes,
Yes,
up
sir.
to leading up to WrestleMania,
I had a feeling
and
that's
it's
what he
in
was going.
Vegas this year, is it not?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Right in the Death Star.
All right. There'll be more fans there for WrestleMania than a football game. Oops.
Is
I
there?
don't know about that.
That's,
Yeah,
I mean, that's the
yeah.
only way the Death Star
What do you
sells
think
out.
about that one? The Great Italian Sandwich.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was weak. That was weak, dude.
Oh my god.
Nah. I had it on top of my head, but I was gonna
So-
say meatball sub, but
Random side bit. In my freshman year in high school, my last name's Hammock, so it sounds like the chair that you would swing in between two trees, but it's not spelled the same. So one time I was just walking around, and then some dude says, "Oh, look, it's the Great Hambino," and everybody just starts busting out laughing. So
Oh,
it's kind of a play off of the Fat Tino joke, but that's what I was called for like 2.5 years in high school.
instead of
just
Gambino, you're Hambino.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Jesus.
That is
Instead,
incredible.
instead of slinging balls off the bat, you're slinging meatball subs.
I guess.
No wonder the man has an express card to Jimmy John's.
Not Jimmy
Hey,
John's,
listen,
Jersey Mike's.
Listen. My wife has an express card to Jimmy John's because when I was in wound care and I went every Friday, got out, she would just look at me and go, "I'm hungry." I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry too. And I'm thinking Rallies. She's thinking Jimmy John's. And
Oh, if
she
you
would
have
already have
never
placed.
been to rallies.
Listen, she already would have placed the order. I'm thinking it's going to be a bit because she's got to go in, say the order, stand at the counter. No. 5 minutes later, I got food. Let's go home. She's got an express lane at Jimmy John's. I swear to God, because she's got that card because I've used it.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it on Saturday is usually her lazy day because of work and school throughout the course of the week. So we started this 2 years ago. I said, baby, why don't you take Saturday off and just be completely lazy? One lazy Saturday, I'm snoring my brains out. She wakes me up and she goes, "I'm hungry." I know, honey. 5 minutes later, I get woken up again. "Can you go to Jimmy John's and pick up an order?" "Sure, I can do that." I'm thinking when I get there, they're just going to be making my order. Nope, they were sitting right on the counter waiting for me.
Please tell me it was cold subs, not hot subs.
Oh, they were cold subs.
Okay, if it were hot subs and they were just sitting on the counter, not under
Oh,
heat, I'd be
God.
mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be mad.
That's
And I was gonna
Okay.
make a joke like you're not like if you're a Mexican, you wouldn't be Latino, you'd be Fatino.
okay.
42 after the second hour. We got the playmaker. We got Grilled Sports with us. And Victor is going to ask the playmaker a question leading up to
Might as well. Everybody, if you got a question leading up to WrestleMania, you better ask it today because I won't be talking WrestleMania until either after
Saturday
night
night.
one, right after night one, or right before night two.
So okay. Is there any? I don't know. Maybe I'm just slow. Is there any storyline more convoluted than this damn triple threat
Which triple threat?
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk? They all fighting for Paul Heyman, and I'm not sure why.
This triple threat needs to be on Maury for crying out loud.
Right.
Oh God, yes.
This
Like,
triple
who's
threat is
Paul Heyman's
right.
father?
So
this triple threat is worse than Crosby, Ovechkin, and that other dude. What's his name? McDavid.
This is what happens. All right.
All right.
We are there's a infighting within the bloodline.
Yes.
Solo has his group. The OG bloodline got theirs. Unfortunately, the OG bloodline, they are missing a member for Oregon because you need 5. They have 4.
Mm-hmm.
The first option for the bloodlines, despite how Roman Reigns felt, but Sammy and Jay, they was talking, they was like, Seth Rollins. And if you have been following, you know how Roman Reigns felt about Seth Rollins.
Well, yeah, that chair shot to the back still remains fresh in his mind.
Yes.
Oh, it got refreshing.
Yeah,
to
it
be
did.
honest
Oh
with
my
you.
God.
Yeah,
Yes.
it did.
So they asked him twice. He said no both times. Remember why this was going on? There was no Paul Heyman in sight because the Solo Sikoa bloodline took Paul Heyman out in Madison Square Garden.
Yep, I remember.
Spiked him square through a table.
We need a fifth member for Bloodlines. Roman, you know how Roman Reigns is.
Yeah.
This is what we need right here. This right here. Paul Heyman shows up. You have a fifth member. Who is the fifth member?
CM Punk.
CM Punk is the
CM
fifth
Punk.
member. They go on to win War Games. CM Punk, Roman shake hands. Remember, going into there's a favor that would be asked from Punk to Heyman.
Okay.
There was been speculations all around. What is this favor? Is it a WrestleMania main event? Is it for the title? Whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
Now we get down 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Roman Reigns doing Roman Reigns things, and that triple threat match is the main event for night 1. CM Punk gets to live the dream of main event WrestleMania. Roman Reigns misspokenly and said, favor check. CM Punk, after he thanks the crowd and Roman Reigns, very sarcastically, by the way.
That wasn't the favor.
Yeah.
That's not the favor I'm owed. Well, what is this damn favor then? Because all you talked about was trying to main event WrestleMania.
Right.
Well, see, that's my problem. Is like the favor is Paul Heyman's in your corner,
and then this is how long-term storytelling works, Victor. Back in 2016, oh no, it's 2016. No, probably further than that.
13.
Thank you, Shane. 13. Paul Heyman and CM Punk was doing a promo, and Paul Heyman was telling him that one day he would be walking CM Punk down in the main event of WrestleMania because CM Punk deserves to be in that spot. Fast forward to 2015, look where we at.
2025, yeah.
Listen. Okay, so 2015 Playmakers actually when I really got into WWE, but I mainly blame my father for that. Because I guarantee you I would have known nothing about CM Punk or anything about any of today's wrestlers if it wasn't for my father.
I don't really know much about WWE, but didn't CM Punk fight in the UFC for like one match?
Two.
Hey,
didn't do well in either one of them.
He got his ass whooped in the first one. I think the second one went the distance.
But this is why CM Punk is so loved. He know he got the ass whooped, and he's taking it on the chin.
Yep.
UFC didn't work. It is what it is.
Just
That's
like
true.
I am today from Playmaker. After he
Lesnar
roasted my ass.
if I remember correctly, whenever he had a UFC debut, he was probably juiced at the time, since they basically did a breath test for the UFC, and he would just tear people up on the ground. It was just disgusting, or at least the highlights that I've watched.
Which, by the way, you gotta go to Fight Night in KC.
Yeah, it seems interesting. Also, since we're talking about the UFC, what do you think about Patty beating up on Michael Chandler?
Things happen.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I would have picked a much different favor.
Butt whooped.
Hey, Patty the Batty is always going to be like he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
He has
but
Conor McGregor vibes, honestly.
That's why, because he's not
because
from
he's
the
a Scouser, but because he talks crap like Conor.
That's just in the blood.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, that's what happens when you deal with a bunch of bloody Irishmen that end up getting pissed off at you.
Now, Victor, to bring in Seth Rollins into the mix.
Not now.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins could have chosen to end it Paul Heyman last week on Monday Night Raw. He didn't. Paul Heyman owes him a favor.
Oh boy.
So what's
the
favor?
What I am predicting at WrestleMania for night 1, because I said it on the show last night. Seth Rollins wins the triple threat and leads with Paul Heyman.
Sir, is that coffee?
Again, this seems like it's just another show of Mario. Like, who's Paul Heyman's father?
Snowman.
Paul Heyman is put in a no-win situation by CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
You know what would have had me rolling, though?
What's that?
Is if all three of them just turn on Paul Heyman.
Yep.
And Paul Heyman returns to WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar.
Oh my God!
Fatal
That
four.
might be the
Somebody
perfect
has brought
storyline.
that up because we haven't heard from Brock Lesnar ever since the whole man
I will.
thing.
I will
so-
debunk that right now because all this bullshit going on with the Vince lawsuits.
With the Vince issue,
until Brock is cleared of everything, don't expect to see him.
Well, they said he is
Playmaker. I think
Not
I
100%,
remember. I'm not gonna mention his first and last name. I'm just gonna give him a abbreviation. LP. His debut in WWE. I think you probably understand the smile on my face when he got betrayed. The smile, the grin ear to ear that happened when he got betrayed in his first match.
All right, so here's the thing with one Logan Paul.
Oh no!
No matter how you feel about Logan Paul, I would say this: that man takes this business very seriously.
I like
that
him. I
man.
personally love him. He does.
That man puts on shows.
He
no
shows
doubt.
that he is not. He shows that he's not doing it just for show.
Debatably
He
more
really wants to
serious
do
than
this.
Jake Paul in boxing.
Like I would give
R.I.P. Jake Paul's boxing career.
Logan Paul takes the wrestling business seriously. He puts on shows.
Mm-hmm.
I would give him that. So that makes it interesting to see how he would work with AJ Styles.
At least his fights are more legit than Jake Paul trying to fight.
That's what he just said.
God.
I'm gonna say this.
Paul's gonna fight next. Muhammad Ali's coffin. I'm confused here.
No, that's Undertaker's job.
I'll play it like this. Oh, here's another question.
He's gonna try and fight Vince McMahon.
Do you think that Bianca Belair finally turns all the way heel at WrestleMania, or do you think it's gonna be a little bit later, like Backlash? You fool!
I don't know, because Triple H, man, he been dropping the ball on the women's, so I have no idea. But
Why
for
do you
me
think
personally,
that? Why do you?
But for me personally, I want her to win the title and turn heel right away. So she can do her John Cena impression and throw it right back in all the IWC's face, as you remember from my hot seat from last week.
Yep.
Oh God, that hot seat still burning over here.
Yep.
Because did you not see how she was treated on Monday night?
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Please keep going, because everybody's like, oh, she's doing Hilton. I'm like, no, she's snapping at you. She's getting ready to snap at y'all. That's what she's getting ready to do.
Seth Rollins about to snap at the fans too, because you saw a little bit of that in that segment.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh yeah, you want this company to die. I'm like, I don't think they want the company to die. They just like CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't seen him for a while, so yeah, they want CM Punk bad.
I mean, they changed the man's name for 10 years when he wasn't even there.
Right.
Pretty much.
No matter what seed he was at, no matter what seed they was at, knowing darn well CM Punk is not showing up.
I will say Seth Rollins.
See, I'm like,
I'll say this: Seth Rollins wasn't lying though.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't.
Because Punk did like alienate a lot of people when he was out of WWE.
He still do.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they all they asked like was like questions like, do you have such number? And he just like turn on like, what's that all about? This man don't have the number.
And you want to tell you how I know, and I want to tell you why I feel this way about Bianca Belair? I just gonna find out. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I happened to run across it. The whole John Cena heel turn was Triple H's idea. The whole entire time. I said, "Oh, Triple H gets it. Let's throw it back in their face."
They've been wanting this for a minute.
We won't see him to turn heel. We won't see him to turn heel. He turns heel. No, this ain't the heel turn we wanted. You've been asking for like 20-something years. What you mean you just ain't what you wanted?
I will say there was another song I would have loved to have had, except for just the same John Cena song. Because he had a song called Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, and it sounded much more like heelish John Cena. It's still John Cena's music. It's still him. And I thought
that's why I love the way he did it. That's why I love it. It's like, oh, y'all don't get new music because y'all want new music. I made that.
Mm-hmm. So I would like that, but no, he was cooking. He's like, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. No, I'm not a heel. I'm a human being. We can tell that, even though people do think you're a robot.
Yep. No, people think he's invisible.
I was wondering why the hell my window was open. I think he opened it over here.
I was gonna watch his farewell match, but I couldn't see him the entire time.
Well, he ain't had the farewell match yet.
Yes,
I mean, hell, you can see Ric Flair's farewell match quicker than you can see John Cena's.
What would be?
Ric Flair doesn't have a farewell match. He's never retiring.
He had a farewell match.
He had one, but then he's still kicking around just because he's Ric Flair.
He's, what's your question, Snowman? You got a lot on this card, so
What kind of would WrestleMania be his final match?
no. He's going through the whole year.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably going to be done around Survivor Series.
Why do you think they got rid of, like, say, Andre the Giant Battle Memorial or something like that?
They didn't. It's on SmackDown.
It's on SmackDown.
They just moved. They just moved it to Friday night. Yeah.
Okay, so
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is not as prestigious as it was supposed to be.
Right.
Or it didn't go. It's not the fact that it's not as prestigious. It just didn't go over.
And which leads me to another one that probably was in Victor's mind, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it because Cool talked about it, not me. And
okay.
I knew he was gonna go in about it. So speaking of SmackDown, Triple H, what are we doing? So we can have the New Day and War Raiders on Mania, but not the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Gun?
That's a good question. That's a good point.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Usually they have like a not battle royal, but like a triple threat for the tag titles.
Like, what are we doing? Because we're basically from the tag team division purposes, SmackDown has the better tag team division. It's not even close.
You got no argument there.
So the brand with the better tag team, they can't get on Mania, but the other one can.
Blake says he's got a little wrestling story.
So early, or at least pre-me anyhow, my mom and my dad, my mom was huge into wrestling at the time. It was more kind of regional stuff, but my parents were there whenever the blue blazer fell out of the top of Kemper Arena.
Oh my gosh.
I remember
Owen Hart, Owen Hart,
So
99.
Paramedics and the whole 9 yards ran out, and then on the way home after the event, they heard on the radio that he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing.
You can't even find that on the internet anymore.
No, I wouldn't look for
There's a reason for it.
And
there's a damn good reason you ain't gonna find that on the internet.
I wouldn't look for it either.
And that reason is
it's been fully removed.
It has been
the way that they say he fell was that when he allowed his full weight to be on that that harness, either the harness gave way or the rope snapped, and he hit the turnbuckle sternum first, and then fell, and then fell down. And
the only way you're going to hear about this story now is if you look up that episode of Dark Side of the Ring where they actually talk about it.
Yeah,
that's the only time.
But I mean, you can find radio clips of it on Reddit and everywhere, but you can't really find anything like visual of him falling.
Like I said, no, they won't have anything of the video footage of it. It's like I said, you have to look it up on Dark Side.
The footage you could probably find on like the deep depths of Reddit. Of course, it keeps getting removed because it's the death of an individual.
And to all my wrestling fans out there, I'm saying this live on there on Tuesday.
Here we go.
Before WrestleMania. Be looking for a lot of title changes.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another one.
All right. We got to make it. We got to.
It's a quick one.
Okay.
Is Charlotte's catchphrase "You're dead to me"? Because she always says "You're dead to me" to every person that this past Friday.
No, her catchphrase is "Everybody bows down to the queen."
I thought her catchphrase was #1 Nepo Queen.
Because she got into a fight, she beat the crap out of Tiffany. Crap, what's his name? Barrett is saying "I'm trying to help you. You're gonna get yourself fired. Calm down." She's like, "You are dead to me." I'm like, "Bitch, he's trying to hook you up. Calm down."
Oh gosh. All right. We got to get out of here. Everybody, thank you to the Grilled Sportscast. They're coming up next. The Playmaker for roasting me, and rightfully so. I thank y'all for joining us. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And Darian, I hope you're resting in peace, power, and paradise, brother. Out. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for allowing us to be crazy. We will see you tomorrow. So long, everybody.
John Cena.